Hey everyone, welcome back to DevByte. In the previous episode, we created scene management and we switched from main menu to gameplay scene. Now in this episode, we are going to create a level selection and level unlocking system. So let's start first. I am creating a new scene and I will name the scene level selection. This scene will show all available levels to the player. Double click and open up our level selection scene. And we don't need directional light here as well. Now inside this scene, let's create a new canvas. Just like we did in the main menu episode, I will repeat the same settings for canvas scaler. Now inside the canvas, let's create a panel and rename it to levels panel and increase its opacity by setting the alpha value to full. This panel will be used as our level selection background. After that, let's create a new button, TextMeshPro, and rename this to level 1. Now let's quickly adjust its size, position, and text size. Then select the TextMeshPro text inside the button and change the text to level 1. And enable auto size as well. And quickly change the button color to make it stand out from the background. Now duplicate the button for level 2 and adjust its position. And duplicate it again for third level and adjust its position. And change their text as well. Now we need to control which level is unlocked and which level is locked. So let's create a new empty game object and rename this object to level unlock handler. After this, let's create a new C# script and rename this as level unlock handler. Attach this script to level unlock handler game object. Double click to open up the script. First of all, we need all level buttons, so we could change their button interaction. Let's add buttons array, private, button, square brackets, level buttons. We need this array because we want to enable or disable buttons. And let's remove update method as well. And next, let's get the text of buttons. So we'll show locked text on levels that will be locked. Let's add serialize field, private, TextMeshPro, square brackets, levels, text. Now let's create a new method to check unlock and locked levels. Let's create private void check level. Inside this method, we'll use a for loop. This loop will go through all level buttons one by one. Now we check the condition if I is less than or equals GameManager dot instance dot level completed. Then we'll enable the interaction of that index button. Let's say level buttons square bracket for current index dot interactable equals true. Then we'll set button text. Let's say level text dot text equals level plus I plus 1. I am using I plus 1 because array index starts from 0. Now, if the level is not unlocked, then we go to else block. Here we'll disable the button interaction. So player cannot click locked levels, and we'll change the text to locked. So player clearly knows this level is not available yet. Let's call this method in start. So as soon as level selection scene starts, we will check which levels should be unlocked. Now go back to Unity, select the level unlock handler object, lock the inspector, and assign all level buttons in the level buttons array. Then select all TextMeshPro texts and assign all TextMeshPro texts in the level text array. Now we need to create a method that will select levels. Open up our level unlock handler script. Inside this script, let's create a new method, public void select level and pass an int for level number. Here I am passing level number as an integer. This is important because our gameplay scene needs to know which level should be loaded. For this, we need to tell our game which level the player selected. As you know, inside our game manager, we already have a variable called current level. This variable is responsible for tracking which level is currently active. So when the player clicks a level button, we need to update this value. Let's do this. Let's say GameManager.instance.current level equals level number. After saving the current level, we'll load the gameplay scene. Let's say GameManager.instance.change scene and pass gameplay string in it. Now you might ask, why am I directly writing gameplay here instead of passing scene name from the button like we did before? The reason is simple. This method already needs one parameter, which is level number. Finally, let's play button click sound from our SFX manager. Save script and back to Unity. Now let's select all the level buttons from hierarchy and unlock the inspector. Scroll down to the on-click section. Click the plus icon to add a new listener. Then drag the level unlock handler object into the empty slot. And for function, select level unlock handler script and select level method. For level 1, pass 0. For level 2, pass 1. For level 3, pass 2. Open our main menu scene. Select play button and change the scene name to level selection because now we want to go to level selection from main menu. Now let's add level selection scene in scene list as well. Drag our level selection scene in the list and hit play to test the game. Now let's test our level unlocking system. I will select the game manager object. And if you look in the inspector, you can see that our level completed value is currently set to 0. This means the player has only completed or unlocked the very first level. Now let's hit play and move to our level selection scene. As expected, only level 1 is available to play. And you can see that level 2 and level 3 are locked. Stop the game and test it again with update level completed value. Let's change the value to 1 and click on play button. As you see, we have 2 levels unlocked now. So our level unlocking logic is working exactly as intended. That is it from now. See you in next video.